Hi everyone and welcome back to the Pixel Forge podcast for episode 19.
19.
Yes, and I'm one of your hosts, Sean. I'm here with my other host, Josh.
Hello once again.
And every week we go through our business talk to Warhammer and tabletop stuff, and also anything that's going on in the world of gaming during the week as well. But it's definitely been a busy week.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, we were talking about
on both sides. Both sides.
That's a food stuff, man.
Yeah, we definitely. I've got even stuff to carry over till next week. But yeah. So, how you been this week?
Busy week. Well, yeah, good. I'm good. It's busy news week. I was getting a bit worried that there won't be anything, and literally in
it was
24 hours.
Same, it was slow. Like on the gaming side, it was very slow at a certain point, but now coming to the end of the week, it's definitely kicked off.
And there's some pretty. Well, when I get to it, there's some pretty mega stuff. Warhammer side that. Well, we'll get to it. I'm sure soon. Anyway, but yes, I'm good. How are you doing? How are you?
Yeah, I've been alright this week. Been at home chilling. Yeah.
Relaxing. Outside of school with a couple of guys. I don't know what I was going into.
Just about made it here on time as well. Sweating.
This guy had time for a haircut, but not to get here on time.
But yeah, well, anything on your business-wise this week?
I do actually, and I have an extra one that I'm going to put onto a bit. I'm not going to dwell too much on the business stuff because this is all like after. Well, if you've been keeping up with the episodes, you know all the stuff that's been going on with the market and the gaming event and stuff. So. I've booked in at West Norwood for the 1st and 2nd of November weekend. I'm going to be selling at West Norwood inside the... We went there, inside the cinema, the market there. Yeah, so I've done that because it was a pretty decent price. So I thought, you know what, as much as we looked at it, we kind of went towards the tail end of the actual thing.
Yeah.
So I was like... So anyway, I've tried that, so we're going to do that at West Norwood. I've just got the email for the Christmas market at Brick Lane, which is... sometime in November.
It's coming up after, right?
Yeah, it's coming up, yeah. So we've got...
Well, so potentially I'll have 2 markets in November, which will be West Norwood, beginning first weekend, and then Brick Lane again.
One should be okay, because I know, we called it at the end as everything was kind of winding down. I think they had the markets outside as well.
The food area and stuff, yeah. And actually, I think I said to you when we were there, there was that shop I said, oh, they've got the pop... I've seen the space there and stuff as well. I've seen loads of stuff. There's quite a big... opening in all of their pop-up events. Like, it was even talking about like they have shop fronts they rent and stuff like that on a weekly basis and stuff like that. So I think this company, the pop-up events and stuff like that, I think that might be my avenue to kind of do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
In that sense. But anyway, West Norwood, and I've applied again for... I'm going to send a reminder email about the Christmas Brick Lane one, because I want to make sure I'm there as well, because that's going to be quite important, I think, to do the Christmas one as well. And then continue to work on revamping the website, and in fact, a lot of that hasn't actually been physically working on the website. It's actually been I've been writing stuff down, which is usually your type stuff, right? But I've been writing down like plans, because I think me to go in and just edit the website and not plan it ahead of time, I'm going to end up going back and forth trying to fix it. So I'm planning out things like we talked about, commissions. I'm going to streamline the product that's on there. So rather than just having like, oh, I've got one line from this one artist, I'm just going to put everything on the site. I'm kind of going to pick and choose and be a bit more selective of what's on there. I'm thinking of revamping the pricing and stuff like that. So there's all that background work that I'm doing on the back end before I actually physically touch it. And I think I was beating myself up because I wasn't actually editing the website, but you can't just edit the website and then hope that I'm not going to keep going back and forth. Do you know what I mean? So there's that, which is pretty cool. And then the last thing, I've already said the other thing. So then the last thing is I've been thinking about starting a hobby club, which is another endeavour. And it's actually at the Brixton Library, because the library has hall spaces that you can rent. And I think for a couple of hours, if we did something where, like, if you pay towards being able to come in like you would most clubs, you pay, right? Even if it's a few quid, it would cover the cost of the room for a couple of hours, but then any of the money from that's left over, I would just put back into getting like more board games, having more equipment, like like the cutting mats, so you can build. Like I want to have it where we have paint stations, build stations, play stations, not the console, like places to play.
I mean, they could pop up. They
come in. They could pop up Game Party Pro, everyone. And then like I've got printers and enough scenery to last a lifetime to supply that, so I can put money into like other games and stuff like that. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. I actually want to try to do one quite soon, maybe towards the Christmas time, end of November, beginning of December, just to try one out. Even if I do one where it's only an hour, because the costs aren't too crazy to rent the space by hour. Again, if you would like the idea of having a hobby space, put in the comments on here, on Spotify or on YouTube now. Although by the time this one comes out, no, it'll still be October. So yeah, it should be all right. Yeah. So just make comments, say yes or no. Let me know where you are. You don't have to give me your address, but like what area of London in particular, because it'd be good to know if people can travel in. And I've also considered, like, there's the Otter Chaos in Brixton, which is like a tabletop board game cafe.
We could say it's utter chaos.
No, Otter, yeah, it's an Otter, yeah.
A bit sometimes.
And obviously, I don't want to do too much in the way of like impacting them. So, like, as I said, like, this isn't like we're going to start running a shop or anything. It's literally just having a hobby club, and I'm going to work out the pricing. So, like, all the money that we put into it to run it and have a social space, because initially it's only 40 people in the space I'm looking at. So then we'd want to get bigger and have more people. And do you know what I mean? And then the more people we can have, it covers the cost of the space. All the money's going to go into the space. It's not going to be anything where I'm going to do it and you're trying to profiteer. It's literally just somewhere to go. And if we have 40, like, even with 40 people, we would cover it and then a little bit more. So that's the plan anyway. Whether that, you know me, you probably know by now, seeing this, I scheme all the time. I'm trying to think of things just to get people together and try out tabletop and stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's not just for, paying Games Workshop prices and stuff like this. It's about getting everybody into the thing. But that's all the business. I said I was going to be really quick and that wasn't quick, but there we are.
No, that's cool.
Business updates. Do you have business updates? That's the question.
A little.
Oh, hey, ahoy.
So Toya's been working on the logo again. So that's sorting out now, because obviously she wants to just top up the logo so it goes on the new leaflet kind of thing.
Cool.
So that's probably have the leaflets printed out next week or two, hopefully, because obviously going to have them ready for Comic-Con and stuff like that, because obviously I want to hand them out at Comic-Con and stuff. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Also, obviously, the weeks probably leading up to Comic-Con, I'll start posting different pictures and videos on the Instagram page, so you'll see what I do in that sense as well. So at least when I go to the Comic-Con and I hand out the leaflets, they can go to the social page and see physical evidence what I'm doing as well. So
plus, if there's anyone there that's doing it anyway, you can just slip a phone. Go, I can show you what I do. Actually,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So, but yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
Good. So. I need Toya to do my revamp my logo at some point. Do the sketch. Yeah, I need to do the sketch. I think about it every day. I'm like, I just need to do the sketch. But anyway, yes.
But yeah.
Cool. Okay.
We can do Warhammer.
I think
Madness.
Warhammer first. yeah, maybe, because now I have the models.
Models are here, people.
I didn't forget them this time. And as I said in the last episode, we're going to cover Cadian Shock Trooper, a Brood Brother from the Gene Stealer cult. And I know we've had Gene Stealer cult before, but Brood Brother is a specific sect of that. And then a Kriegsman, which is another guardsman regiment like the Cadians. But Sean, please pick one of the three models. Don't forget to show it to the camera. Let the people see it. I will put pictures on here if the camera stuff doesn't look as good.
I'm trying to think which camera going down the middle.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Right. Okay. So you've picked a Brood Brother. Sweet. So, Brood Brothers. So like when we talked about Gene Stealer cult, how they're designed to usurp and intersect into like societies and collapse planets.
Yeah.
It's that, but in the military.
Okay.
So you have the Astra Militarum, and the Brood Brothers of the Astra Militarum, they're secretly infected and indoctrinated into the Gene Stealer cult. So much like everything else, but obviously the idea with these guys is when the Gene Stealers when the Tyranids turn up, the idea would be that if the military's in control, you can herd the populace even more and not have to have such a fighting force back up whatever fighting force isn't infected. Now there are some, I was going to say defects, that's probably the wrong term. There are some anatomical differences. They do look, for the most part, they look human.
Yeah.
But there'll be like Tyranid-esque features, like they might have like the brow, or they might have, some of them have an arm like that. They have to, the Brood Brothers are actually the closest thing to a human than like all of the Gene Stealer cult, because these guys have to be able to be detected, undetected and unseen.
Okay.
And these guys, again, like the Gene Stealer, they're completely loyal to the Brood Lord, whoever's in control of that brood. And yeah, they get embedded with like defenses, all elements of the Astra Militarum, like their armories, their factories, all of that stuff, right? So that when the Tyranids turn up, they're able to use Imperial equipment. They'll use a standard issue lasgun. They'll hijack Imperial vehicles, like the Lehman Russ who talked about, the Chimera we've had on here.
Oh, yeah.
They'll hijack that stuff from them. And again, it's like, imagine there's an army of 100. You might even find like 20, 30 of those are gene stealers, and that's enough to kind of
to start
completely turn it on its head. Do you know
That's
what I mean?
crazy.
And they're probably one of the only gene stealer cult groups that hide quite clearly in plain sight without you knowing. Because again, they have to look the part if they're going to invade the military element. But yeah, Brood Brothers are scary because they're genuinely like incognito in the Astra Militarum.
So they're hiding in plain sight. Do they know? Like, I'm trying to think how to say it. Like, there's like whoever they're hiding with, like blending the squad they're blending with. Do they know their terms? Like, almost like I say terms and conditions. Do they know what they're meant to be doing in that sense? Or or they just stick out if they say something wrong or
so they'll
do something wrong. Or
these are infected. So as opposed to normal gene stealers where they're born, these guys are infected, so that they might start out as human and then turn into a gene stealer, which is why they're probably partially more human than other gene stealer cult elements, right? So they know all that stuff. And again, even the genes, like they're full on humans that are infected with Tyranid biomass, I guess. And to be fair, I don't know if I said it last time, with gene stealer cults, their end result is they're just consumed by the Tyranids, because all Tyranids do is consume biomass. They just eat. They just eat, effectively. So the gene stealer cults are just a means to an end, because as soon as the Tyranid fleet turns up and the planet's taken over, because the Tyranid brood, because the brood lord that control them is a Tyranid. So
that's it.
Yeah, they're just a means to an end. They know the basics and that's it. But yes, Brood Brothers are pretty cool. That's why I started collecting them as a part of the gene stealer cult, because I actually quite like the idea of having them as, and also like, as silly as it sounds, like I was running them in Imperial Guard armies with those models in it, not running them as gene stealers, but you know where it's like it adds to the narrative what you're playing. So it's cool. Brood Brothers are wicked, and they got their own kill team as well, which was really cool. I didn't bring the newer model because I like the older models anyway, and I figured. But yeah, there's new gene stealer cult models. They're basically, when we get to it, the Cadian, they're basically that, but with all the gene stealer stuff on it. But yeah, that's Brood Brothers. They're pretty cool.
So new ones have got different armor, or not really?
So if you look, let's go to the Cadians next. I know you normally pick. So if you pick up the Cadian at the front, sorry, I should have specified, and then pick up the Brood Brother. With the Cadians, you can see like their arms have been changed, so they've shrunk the armor plating. The chest plating's a bit more like it looks a bit more tactical compared to the older model, where it's just literally like this heavy plate armor kind of get up. So the new Gene Stealer cult models for the Brood Brothers, they basically look like the Cadian. But obviously you'd put the different, like you'd have iconography of the Gene Stealer cult, you'd have a different head and stuff like that. But yeah.
Okay. Well, moving on to the Cadian.
Show the people the Cadian, the good old Cadian. Can't beat the good old Cadian. So, Cadian Shock Trooper. These guys, as you saw from the Gene Stealer Brood Brother, this faction got a revamp. These are the newer models. So this is the current line of Cadian Shock Troopers. And they're basically, they were like the elite infantry. They were literally born and bred to fight.
Okay.
All the planet Cadia, the Cadia itself, and it's a long story, but Cadia itself was a super important military planet because it basically stopped the Eye of Terror from opening. And there's a whole story about it. There was pylons on the planet, Necron pylons, and it was the rift, basically, which is the Eye of Terror now, the rift. It was holding that shut. And then during the 13th Black Crusade by Abaddon, Cadia falls. Spoiler alert if you don't know, because this is pretty old.
I don't know.
You won't anyway, but it's a pretty old plot point at this point. If you don't know, you know why. Rips open the Eye of Terror, and then half the galaxy gets split in half. So one half's on the Eye of Terror side, the other half is Imperium, basically. But yeah, so anyway, that's going on to their plot points. So yeah, Cadians, they are best discipline, fully combat trained from birth. Like, think when you're like 5 and you're trying, I don't know, like trying to walk and trying to talk and all of that stuff, they're already able to use a las gun. They already know like military doctrine to like what you'd get trained in cadets or they're already that at a child. Like they are born and bred into military. And some of the top like commanders and leadership come from Cadia, which went a bit awry because when Cadia fell, all the other regiments started to take the mick out of Cadia because Cadia's that the Cadians held in highest regard, but they let their planet fall, which is a whole another enigma because it wasn't like. If you read the book, it's phenomenal. The whole fall of Cadia, like the story, is like one of my favorite stories. The whole thing is crazy. Like Abaddon ships, like the whole thing. Like they literally sent. It isn't geniuses. They literally sent a fleet. Abaddon did. He sent a fleet of like Ashminatara, a regiment that he thought that everyone thought was good, and it was literally a terror cell. So as soon as the ship opened up and the parade fleet came out, they just switched on them. And that nobody knew anything. So as soon as they hit the planet, everybody was just like, "What's going on?" Because they've literally hit them in the heart. Like the fall of Cadia is crazy. And again, so Cadians, they still stand by they basically say, and everyone you ask will say it, is the planet broke before the Guard did. So the planet broke before the Cadians did, which is again another thing. And Cadia stands is their big motto. They have another planet now. They've settled on a different planet, but it's not the same. It's not. Yeah, Cadia, and a unique feature, and you can actually see this in Space Marine too, a unique feature to Cadians, and to know if they were born on the planet, their eyes tint purple from exposure to the Eye of Terror when they lived on the planet. Oh. So if you ever want to know if someone's actually Cadian or not, their eyes will like have a purple tint, like a cosmic purple tint, not just a bit of paint. Like they tinkle cosmically because of their exposure and witnessing the Eye of Terror. So that's how you know if a Cadian is a true Cadian or if it's just someone, because like now Cadian regiments will just get infilled with people from other planets and stuff. But yeah, Cadians are like the pinnacle. They're not so much now, and it's partly why I brought the Kriegsmen, because the Kriegsmen have almost taken the spot for mainline, which I'll get to. But yeah, Cadians are wicked. The Fall of Cadia is a fantastic story. If you want to start anywhere to get into Warhammer, the Fall of Cadia books, they will get you into it. That's some of the books that got me into it as much as it was. Trust me, as much as it was like playing Dawn of War, the Fall of Cadia is just and then I hope there's another bit. I'll get to the news, but there's potentially another big event coming. That's it. Anyway. Cadians, awesome stuff. Last one. Before I get excited about more Cadians, this is a Kriegsman. They are for those inclined, the Death Corps of Krieg. They once again bred for war. On a devastated and radiated world. The world of Krieg was devastated because of their own ambitions of their leadership. And basically, long story short, one of the Kriegs, like one of their, I can't remember his name, one of the people in charge basically said, screw the Emperor, effectively. And then what happened is it got to the point where they basically nuked their own planet with Golden Age nuclear weapons. Because at the time of 40k, by the way, nuclear weapons are like a fraction of some of the weaponry you can get in 40k. Like we think of nuclear weapons now, and you're like, Christ, planet crackers, right? 40k, you have planet crackers. You have ships that can just crack planets on their own. Do you know what I mean?
So like a stick of TNT for that.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It is. So, however, they used nukes on the planet, which turned it into an irradiated wasteland. And which is why Kriegers are unanimously always in a mask. Even the horses have masks. They have cyber staffs that have like masks. Yeah, all of it. The whole thing's, everyone's in a mask. However, come from that, through all of that stuff, they're masters in trench and siege warfare. Especially trench warfare. Yeah, if you go to Krieg, it's like a World War I trench planet.
We love World War I stuff.
Yes. Yeah, I mean... Warhammer itself takes a lot of influence from those periods of time, but so siege tactics, trench warfare, and they have default discipline because after all of that stuff had happened with their hierarchy, they've switched to the point where like they want to make up in such a way that they will literally churn people through in defense of the Emperor and the Imperium. They will just send people to fight. Like that's their penance. There's nothing else that they're worried about. To the point where like their combat medics won't try and save people. They'll try and reclaim equipment that the next person can use. So they're not like, doing first aid and all that stuff. They're trying to bring all the equipment that they can back. And there's lots of rumors and suspicion that Krieg is actually cloning people, which is why they're able to spit out so many people.
the army just keeps.
The army, it's
just not
endless,
stopping.
endless.
Yeah.
And why I said like they've almost taken over from the Cadians, because before the Cadians were the one churning out, building people up and building the army. Krieg are kind of taken over and done that. And again, there's rumors about cloning and stuff. There's nothing confirmed, but there are rumors that Krieg is cloning people to be able to churn out such a high count for such a particular type of planet, because they all live underground in the hive cities that we talked about before, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Krieg. And those are the 3 models. I love the Astra Militarum, the Imperial Guard, for those who are inclined. Like, it's my first time I collected. It's just, there's so many regiments, there's so many layers to like the factions, and it's a horde army as well. And if you know me, I like to buy things. And when I get an army that, it almost encourages, you should buy all the things. Obviously, that's where the Astra Militarum comes in. I think even when I counted, God, I can't even remember now. I checked all the models. I've got too many.
I dare to know how much you got.
Yeah, I dare to know. I mean, I've got,
insane,
while we're live, let me do this, because I forgot to put it in airplane mode. I'm going to check the app. Shall I tell you how many models I've got in the Astra Militarum stuff? This is old models, by the way, not my new stuff, because I've gotten new stuff since. So, live report here from my Astra Militarum army. Imperial Guard old stuff. So it's nearly 3,000 points. So there's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 140, 150, 160, 170 troops.
Bloody hell.
So 170 Cadians, like this style, the old style, 170 of them, and then command squads I've probably got about 200 models in old stuff.
That's crazy.
You think that's crazy? If I told you how many models I've got in my Space Marine army, it's nearly 15,000 points. That's a lot of stuff. Anyway, those are the 3 models. Pretty cool, innit? Yeah. Pretty damn cool. So, on that, because I've got news as well, because I want to make sure we get time for some gaming shenanigans.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff happened this week. There's a whole thing going on this week. I'll start with the easiest thing.
Instagram popping off.
Yeah, trust me. So I'm going to start with the first thing, which is actually Henry Cavill. So he got injured during filming for Highlander reboot, right? And there was a lovely picture of his foot.
But what was next to said foot?
Next to the foot,
yes,
he had Horus Heresy books and rules.
There you go.
Behind him, he had a Leviathan launch box set, which is the Tyranids versus Space Marines in the background. People went mad.
Yeah,
it was popping off. People didn't know what to do. And I'm not talking about Henry Cavill or his leg. Usually that's what it is, but it's not. It was the stuff in the background on the table. Because now people are speculating it's hints towards his movie and shows and stuff that he's working on Amazon. And people are thinking that it's potentially, like he's going to do multi-universe, multi-timeline. He's going to hit different things. I think even the rule set that he was looking at is part of the drop site massacre in Horus Heresy, which was quite a prolific point in the Horus Heresy, because it was a drop site massacre, basically, between the Space Marines. I won't spoil it if you haven't read it, like I have with Katie, but like it was pretty horrific. Anyway, it was horrific. Like Primarchs died there.
Fair, I could see him as well, Henry Cavill, playing one of the characters. Like,
I've seen pictures of him, like people have done it where he looks like the Emperor.
Is it?
Yeah. It's trust me, you're not too far off.
Seen that.
Yeah, I'll show you afterwards. It is fun. And then like the Leviathan box set means that's from the Indomitus time Crusades and stuff. So it's exciting stuff. I'm excited. If he's going to cover, if the stuff he's working on is covering big events like that, because I reckon he's doing the Leviathan box. If that's the case, by the way, the Leviathan box will be current 40k stuff, makes sense. But then the Horus Heresy stuff, if it's stuff like that, if he picks specific things like the drop site massacre, he could pick the attack on Terra when they actually do attack Terra and fight and the Emperor has to fight Horus and stuff. If he does that sort of stuff, he's literally picking like the sweet moments that will get people into 40k and Horus Heresy. Like it will get people into. Do you know what I mean? So if he is teasing, good on him. Think the foot was the tease, and it wasn't. It was all the Warhammer stuff. Do you know what I mean?
It's so funny seeing that pictures as well, like going crazy. But he's been obviously doing a lot of the gaming stuff. Obviously, he's just done the Witcher stuff.
Yes, yeah.
But he's into games. You've talking about.
Do you see the building the PC? Saw the videos and stuff. The guy's hench. He's just trust me.
he's into a game and stuff. So it doesn't surprise me if this does come into fruition and he makes his.
Oh, he will.
He will.
He will.
Pitch it
They took him to Warhammer World, and like, trust me, he's in. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so the Henry Cavill stuff's cool. From this week, and then on to so I guess spanning on from that type of like leak showcase reveal thing.
Yes,
there was a leaked / rumored data sheet of Ferrus Manus, who's a Primarch, and I'll get to that, and the Legion of the Damned, which again is another cool thing that stems from the Horus Heresy. So a leaked image is circulating online. I'll put the image there. It's basically data sheets, which are like the statistics for the characters and the models of Ferrus Manus, and he's the Primarch of the Iron Hands, which is a loyalist chapter, so they're the good guys. And then the Legion of the Damned. Now, the Legion of the Damned are basically Space Marine ghosts that have come back after the Horus Heresy and just show up. So let's say like the Fall of Cadia. The Legion of the Damned were there fighting during the Fall of Cadia because they turn up when things are dire and that the battle is insurmountable. The Legion of the Damned show up. So like the Legion of it's like, it's literally, the ghosts in Lord of the Rings, the ghost army in Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Imagine that, but they just show up when there's need. Yeah. That's what the Legion of the Damned is. And there's a lot of speculation because there's in the last in the which book was it? Oh, there it is. Masters of Mankind, it's a Horus Heresy book. There were hints towards a connection between Ferrus Manus and the Legion of the Damned. And I won't go into details, but I've already said ghosts, so that probably tells you enough. Yeah. And in the sense that, especially for Ferrus Manus, because let's just say he doesn't have a head. So there's a lot to like this. Yeah. Now, things to consider. This isn't confirmed by Games Workshop. There's no way to say whether or not it's photoshopped or not. Because I know some people are saying it is and some people are saying it isn't. But whether it is or because there's a lot of leaked stuff going on at the moment, whether it is or isn't, I think it's a pretty cool thing. There are, and I agree with other people, there are Primarchs that make more sense to come back before him. But we don't know what Games Workshop's narrative play is, so we don't know where that's going, really, do we? So I think that's pretty cool anyway. So yeah, Ferrus Manus and Legion of the Damned. Legion of the Damned's pretty scary. And then lastly, the biggest announcement, and something I showed on here that I thought was going to wait a long time, is they announced the Crux Terminatus box, which is basically the Ultramarine First Company box set. You might have seen me share it. It was all in blue.
All blue.
Yeah. If it's all blue, it's Ultramarine. Yeah.
I saw it. Yeah.
So
I had to think about it.
I'm not going to go into details about the box. I'm going to tell you what's in there. So there's 10 Assault Terminators. And the difference between normal Terminators and Assault, they either have Thunder Hammers and Shields, or they have Lightning Claws.
Oh, wow.
So like Wolverine Claws, I'm sure we'll get to that in a minute. And then Thunder Hammers with Shields, so like a shield with Assault Terminators are wicked. These are fresh models before they were still older models. These are fresh models, so super cool. I'm very excited to have some of those. Obviously, I'm going to need some Assault Terminators in my chapter project army, which is still going. And so they're new models. Then we get 5 regular Terminators. I have loads of those, so it's fine. 1 Captain in Terminator armor. I've got loads of those. 1 Chaplain in Terminator armor. I've got loads of those. Now, the one that I made, and I'm so happy it has come back, is an Ancient in Terminator armor. Now, if you remember, a couple of episodes ago, I kit bashed one. I kit bashed the Ancient in Terminator armor because I wasn't sure how long it would be. But I did say him, Sicario, and also the Chaplain with Jump Pack, but those two were still on the app, implying they're probably going to get new models. And what happened?
Bam.
They've now both got new models. So I think definitely keep an eye on the app if you are using it. I think what they haven't taken off of there is a good indication towards what's to come. And actually, there's something for next week is that they've announced the new narrative play for kind of almost like the season finale of season 10 of Warhammer 40k.
Okay.
And I'll get into that next week, but let's just say it's a similar type of thing where an Imperial Guard, Astra Militarum planet is under attack. One of the regiments, which is funny because when we get to it next week, that regiment took the piss out of Cadians because they couldn't hold their planet, and now their planet is under attack. And I'm convinced that planet isn't going to survive either. But anyway, that's another kettle of fish. And then lastly, there's going to be a big transfer sheet with over 500 decals for various chapters that's included in the box. And it's going to have lots of customization bits, homing beacons for Terminators, because that's what they have. But it looks like a really good box. I think this one's going to sell out. I haven't for the first time ever, I haven't gone on my own instinct to want to get this box and get the models because, as I said, I've got way too many Terminators and I've kit bashed loads of them. I've got plenty of captains in Terminator and Chaplain in Terminator armor. I think I just want the Ancient and a squad of Assault Terminators. So I think when they release them separately, which they will, I'll probably get enough Assault Terminators to have one squad of Thunder Hammers with shields and one with Lightning Claws, and then get the Ancient in Terminator armor on its own, I think.
Why not?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Rather than buying the whole box, it's just being chaotic.
There's no point.
But yeah, that's all I've got. I've got some other news, but again, it's all going to come next week. There's tons of stuff this week. There was loads.
I don't blame you.
Trust me. But yeah, that's all I've got for tabletop and wargaming. Some pretty cool stuff. This again, and towards the end of the year, Christmas, all this stuff's going to start popping off.
I mean, obviously, it's already started early anyway. So.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
It's already kicked off.
Yes.
Yes. Onto some gaming stuff. Very interesting end to this week because obviously this week is kicked off Tokyo Game Show. So it's Tokyo in Japan right now. They're holding an event for the public as well as the press and developers and everything like that. So they get to showcase games and stuff like that. And obviously people get to get hands-on as well with the games. So that's kicking off pretty much this week. There's been leaks happening. There's been showcases already happening. There's still stuff happening this weekend as of after we're recording this. So yeah, there's stuff I'm talking about now. There'll be stuff next week as well. So there's just so much to even get through. I know obviously when I start this segment, I always say what we're playing. I know definitely we've mainly been playing Helldivers 2.
Yeah.
So a lot of drops on that. Definitely just having fun. Stepping up our difficulty level a little bit now.
Yeah, we're challenging. To be fair, I mean, yesterday I was having a bit of a mess. So I dropped it down to like, there was like extract three times, and I was having an absolute bloody nightmare. So I was like, sod it. And I put it on the lowest difficulty. It's like, yeah, in, out. That's it. I couldn't be asked.
I haven't even done my 3 yet. Might be still there when I get in. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that's all kind of this week major we've been playing.
I've been playing the Darkness 2.
Oh yeah, you playing Darkness now.
By the way, the Darkness 2 is rubbish. Compared to the first game, it was just an overall downgrade. There's things that would have made the first game better if it was in there.
Yeah.
But it's just a run and gun type game now, rather than it being like, I feel like the story's just washed out by like the combat.
So it hasn't got that no stealth element really like you was before. Like,
and even like in the first game, you could recall and take away the darkness. It's only when you're actually in the mission the darkness comes.
Okay.
So you can't just
on the fly.
Yeah, and it's like set, like it doesn't feel as fluent as the first game did, where you kind of was walking around and finding stuff. This is like
that?
I don't know, and it's comics. You know the comic shell shading style.
Yeah,
it's that. What a downgrade! It looked better when it was that like old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like Doom 3 graphic style. Like it looked way better than this comic book style. And and even like there's none of the World War I stuff when Jackie dies and then you turn up in this like dystopian World War. Yeah. There's none of that. And I was like, that was my favourite bit. It was like, just a crazy addition. This was just like, he's in a nut house.
What?
Yeah, he's just I don't understand. Like now he's going crazy. It's like before he wasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
He wasn't going crazy when he didn't understand. Now he understands. He's losing it. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, that was a tangent. But yeah, I've been playing the Darkness 2. I just want to finish it now.
Yeah, I don't blame you to get rid of that again quickly. Boy, where do I start? My page looks crazy right now.
It's got spider diagrams and sticky notes.
Everything. It's all over the place. A bit of sad news. Not to say sad news. It's
all of that, and then you go to sad news. Yeah, good job. Yeah.
Might as well start on a bit of a downer, innit? Xbox are at it again. Unfortunately, thank God it's not for us. People in the US, I'm so sorry, but Xbox consoles are on the rise. From the 3rd of October, this will take effect. So, I mean, I've run through the prices here. It's insane. Obviously, Series S, Xbox Series S, 512 gigabyte ones going up to $379.99. So that's up $20 from... $399.99. It's from $379.99. So it's up $20. The 1 terabyte version of the S as well has gone to $449.99, and that's from $429.99. Series X digital, $599.99, up from $549. and the Series X, just a normal Series X there was just 649, up from 599 what it was before, and the Galaxy one, the 2 terabyte Series X one, the special edition, was $729.99. Now it's up to $799.99. So that's an increase of $70. This is absolutely insane.
It's tariffs,
It's
isn't
just
it?
tariffs, and I feel sorry for anyone in America right now. Like, and obviously the ROG Ally hasn't even been announced yet price wise. It's got other
It's probably why they haven't announced.
Legion Go stuff, and there's so much going on. Like, we're just, it's sad. It's sad for them. I mean, thank God it's not affecting us that much here anyway.
Yet.
Yeah,
because remember,
it might not shift as much. It might not, because I think they did that with the Switch too. I think when it came, they announced the price in it. I think it was it up higher than they changed it because of tariffs. They remember because the tariffs was kicking in at that
there was
time.
a price change. You're right,
and I think they
yeah.
did change it straight away after that. So I think same thing happened in the US. I think it stayed at that price what they announced it, but everywhere else kind of went a little bit lower. But yeah, sorry US. What can I say? The other little bit of news, I pretty much just said it. Still no price for the ROG Ally X. I need this price, people. We need it. Xbox, Microsoft, someone pull their finger out. Just let us know. And I'm thinking that obviously we're in this Tokyo Game Show week, pretty much. I'm not sure if it still may get announced. Maybe now, next couple of days. Maybe I can be hopeful. Fingers crossed that we get a price for this, because I would definitely want one. So I need to.
Have you watched the showcase yet?
No.
I wouldn't hold your hopes up. Okay, carry on. Go on.
But we may. I don't know. Like, hopefully soon. Maybe if it's not this week.
What I will say, it was talked about a lot. It's just
that's always been right now.
But that's
if
what,
you look at Instagram,
no, that's what
I've
I mean.
seen all the visuals. I've seen people holding it, having fun. Like, where's the price? You send me all the specs. I pretty much know all the specs now inside out. Where's the price?
Yeah, I know.
That's all I want.
So
but yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. And yeah, also this week, Pokemon announced a little pop-up inside the museum over here. Natural History Museum. Pop-up here. So that's coming. Oh shoot, when is that coming again? It's coming very soon. I'm trying to think when the date is.
Yeah, because I remember.
I don't think it announced. Did they say the date?
Yeah, I don't know, but have you signed up to the tickets?
Yeah, I signed up to be informed.
I did the same thing. Yeah, because I went to send it to you, and then I saw you'd already
like the thing
on Instagram. Yeah, I saw it after the fact. Yeah.
Because I think Jamelia sent it to me, actually. That's why she sent it to me. I had done it quickly.
Oh, is it? Oh, that must be how I saw it.
Yeah, that's how you
crazy.
saw it.
Yeah.
But Natural History Museum. So there's an exclusive pop-up happening. Obviously there'll be exclusive merch. There's
the
plushie,
holding the building, right? Yeah.
And there'll be some other little bits maybe in the store that have a store pop-up in there. So looking forward to that.
Get ready for the Pokemon cards. Ooh.
It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild. I mean, the last time they had a pop-up was back in 2023. This was in Amsterdam for the Van Gogh Museum. Hence why that's when you had the Pikachu and stuff like that. That's when the last time. And
I didn't even think of that.
That's when they had obviously all the scalpers at the museum. Led to 4 employees being suspended for embezzling boxes of cards and stuff like that.
That's going to happen here.
So yeah,
that absolutely will happen here. You know what people are like. That will happen here. They'll lose more employees.
Can I get a job?
Yeah. Funny enough, I was looking up museum jobs. I'm going to even look again.
There you go. A spot just opened up for you.
Christ, that's crazy. I didn't even think about the Van Gogh thing though.
Yeah, it was wild back in the day.
Oh, imagine there's a Pikachu and it's on the skeleton they've got.
Yeah,
Cooks. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my days.
But yeah,
I'm going to be thinking about that now. Crap. I'm glad I signed up for tickets.
Make sure you get in there first, quick. But yeah, that's some bit of Pokemon news this week, and also Call of Duty Black Ops 7. I got to talk about it.
I know, but
we got to talk about it.
It's just a meme at this point.
So basically, this week they've had 2 trailers. They started off with the multiplayer gameplay trailer. Tried to add a bit of Travis Scott in there to hype up the trailer.
All right, because Battlefield didn't already do that. You know?
So you had in the trailer obviously the whole multiplayer stuff. So like diverse movements around the maps, different weapons, the grenades and all that stuff, and it even had the robot, the mechs and stuff like that. So showing you everything that's kind of meant to be involved in multiplayer. But yeah.
Do you know what? Do you know what astounds me? What astounds me about that trailer, about the bloody game? Do you know what astounds me? All of the stuff they showed in that multiplayer trailer, every single person bloody complained about it. Everyone. I hate jump packs. What was in the bloody trailer? The guy's doing ninjutsu jumps up the bloody wall, taking someone out. They complained about dogs in other games. They've got bloody robots. Like, all of that stuff people have complained about. And then you're seeing all these fake posts like, oh yeah, Battlefield 6 is screwed. You're cooked. If you believe those posts, you are cooked. I'm telling you.
But yeah,
it's the jumping. I can't. It's the wall jumping.
The jumping wasn't too bad, but it was a bit over the top.
It was wall jumping. People complained about wall jumping. Period. You can't just go, yeah, there's a little bit. No, you complained about it. Period, and somehow it's miraculously returned.
I mean, obviously the dramatics of that trailer, just trying to slow down everything. Every kill was slowed down. Every movement, it was like
that bit. The bit before it kicked off when the person put the grenade on the body and pushed him.
Yeah.
Go off already! It was just like 10 minutes of him stumbling.
So, yeah, they had that trailer in the beginning of the week. Towards the end now, obviously they've just shown the zombie gameplay trailer. Same thing, obviously. I never played zombies that much. I played it a couple times here and there. I saw it obviously got the vehicle back as well. They had a car in there that was driving around.
Yeah, it's not the bus. At first I thought it was going to be the bus, but it wasn't. It was just a truck.
Like a Jeep type thing, yeah. It had all zombie heads on the front and it was shooting out beams. It looked like, I don't know, like maybe some new power-ups, I guess.
One thing I am curious about, unless I've missed it, is because they've got the 2 zombie teams now, I'm wondering if the map's big enough where they're going to put 8 people in. And they're not. They're going to just do 4. But like, I feel like it's a missed opportunity to have the original zombies team and then the current one for Black Ops, and then have them in a trailer mixed together, but then not give the ability to have 8 people in there playing as those characters. Do you know what I mean?
Because I feel like the zombies I played last was not this one, not the one before. What's the one before when it was like the bigger map and you had the different? So outside was easy.
Oh, was it Cold War?
I think it was. I think that was the last one I played.
Cold War had the if it is Cold War,
that's when you could get in the car as well.
It was basically Warzone but zombies.
That's it. Yeah, that's the last one I really kind of played a bit of, to be fair. And then way back in the day, I played whatever zombies back in the day, here and there as well. But looked okay. It looked okay. The trailer. I mean, obviously you played more than me. Is it the same characters that was in the last game?
Yeah. So the current Black Ops timeline. It's those 4, and then Dempsey, Takeshi, who else? I can't. Richtofen and the other guy. I never remember the Russian's name. They're there as well. They turn up.
Okay.
The new big enemy looks pretty. The trailer for it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks
the gameplay looked alright. I just don't know. I feel like it's just a bit too flash. I just want normal zombies.
Oh, it might have some jump packs in there as well. Just probably cut it out of the trailer. I'm not surprised if I do see that. I'm not going to be surprised.
I mean, the car was jumping for Christ's sake in the trailer. When you think about it, the way they had it flying around, it might as well have a jump pack underneath it.
It was going crazy. But yeah, that's coming now. That's coming soon. So pre-orders you can pre-order it now to get early access. So early access starts on the 2nd of October to the 5th of October. And then open beta for everyone will be the 5th to the 8th of October. And there'll be 18 maps as well at launch, which is pretty cool. I mean, he's got a good diverse chunk of maps. It looks like new maps as well. I don't really see anything old.
I'd rather know how many new maps there are, not maps they've just rehashed and added stuff to.
It didn't look like that many old maps.
I don't know. I think you should look again, because
I might have to.
Like almost 80% of the maps I'm seeing, I can see the old maps and I recognise the locations.
Wow.
Because remember, it's spanning what? Black Ops 2, 6?
3, yeah. It's like...
We'll see anyway. Let's see. 18 maps is good. If you go by the layman's terms, that's a good variety of maps. But I'd be curious to know how many maps are new and how many of that's returning. Because that'll be a big factor. Because as much as it's 18 maps, if it's just like 12 of the old maps and 6 of the new ones. Is that really that great?
No.
Not really. You want
Nah.
new maps. And zombies is in this beta as well, I saw, which I thought was pretty interesting.
Yeah. So
that's
that's
a
what I'm saying.
surprise. Yeah, I think I'll try it just to give the zombies a go. I'm not too bothered about.
I mean, I'll give it a go, the multiplayer, but that's the last time I played because obviously 5th to the 8th, 2 days after, they're cooked because
6 is that, yeah.
it's Battlefield 6. Sorry, but moving on from that, it basically started the Tokyo Game Show stuff, like literally kicked off. So we started off with Kojima Productions' 10th anniversary. That was almost like I feel like a 3-hour.
It was
stream.
It was 2. IGN started an hour early.
I don't even know if it was like 2.5 hours or something. It was
Yeah,
a long.
definitely 2 because I went back and looked. I was like, why have they got an hour timer?
Yeah, it was a long stream anyway. I felt like it dragged, but then I understand because obviously he's just going spanning where he started, leaving Konami, starting up his own studio, obviously then getting signed with PlayStation, doing his thing and the games and everything. So there's a whole timeline of how he kicked off his career again, almost like restarted his career. So as I say, like establishing his own studio, Death Stranding in 2016, the launch in 2019 of Death Stranding. Do you know what I mean? Like the Fellowship Award in 2020 at the BAFTA. So everything, it's just the whole timeline of how he did. I mean, he's done well. Like he's been doing well. He announced obviously he's still in stages of his career in life, what he's doing. So he's still, I think he's in phase 2 or 4, what he's announced. Like he
has a plan.
He has a crazy plan of what's going on.
And I think people forget because some people just go, oh yeah, the only reason people like Kojima is because Metal Gear. Like he actually is quite a very smart person.
Yeah, you know.
Like he's very talented. So yes, you might lean on the fact that it's his thing that set him off was Metal Gear. But if you look at what Death Stranding produced, and he's working with who's the director? Who is it? He did the Get Out and Up and
Peele.
Don't Look Up. Yeah, I think him and Kojima, because Peele wants to make games and Kojima wants to direct movies. So they're basically like doing that on projects. Like you can see he's putting effort in. It's not just Metal Gear.
Yeah. So like, obviously, from that as well, like Phil Spencer came on stage, chatted obviously to him for a little bit, congratulating him on his success so far, and then they showed the first trailer for the OD game that they'll be working on for Xbox, which is a horror kind of project as well. Look crazy. Did you see the trailer?
It's wicked. Yeah,
it's insane.
I'm ready for it.
And like that was in game as well. I don't think that wasn't a trailer. That wasn't like a CG like normal trailer.
I don't believe it was engine, as we've talked about before. I think it was gameplay.
I think he did say something after it.
Maybe I'll have to double check. If it's engine, fine, whatever. Like I've said before, engine's different to gameplay.
But I think, is this the one as well? I think this is the OD is going to be in like different stages, like where he said he's doing one, because he said that the knock one, what he underneath it says the little subtitle was knock, that was Kojima's one. So he said after that, Peele will do his one.
Right.
So
yes,
it's going to be in
right.
stages of this horror,
yeah.
this whole series. It might be a series, a whole thing of it. So it might be different directors or different people doing.
Can you imagine Peele and Kojima doing like a film?
Yeah,
it would be chaotic. It'd be crazy.
I mean, I've never played Death Stranding, so I can imagine the direction and the characters and the creatures in that game, and obviously
Death Stranding is just.
So, I think I played a little bit of Death Stranding 1, but I'm not really dived back into it, to be fair.
Funny enough, when I got it on Xbox, I stopped at the same place I did on PlayStation, like the exact spot. And then when I got past that bit, it gets way better.
Oh, I might give it a try.
You should finish it. Trust me.
I'll give it a try.
It's wicked.
And then, obviously, in the same showcase, he was talking about Death Stranding Mosquito, which is a new animation project he's working on as well. And we had a trailer for that as well, which looked pretty cool as well. And I think that was all that was like hand drawn, artist hand drawn.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Forgot my word there. Like animation, how it was.
Yeah,
so basically, everything was drawn, and then from the drawings, is where they made the digital animations from. So it wasn't like it was like all computer like bases, literally all drawn out. And I think he's working with the environment was done from a team called Studio Easter, and they're worked on Dan the Dan. I don't know, some animation as well out there.
Dan the Dan, okay, yeah,
so
I know of it.
They're kind of working together as well, making this project as well.
Right, yeah.
And then obviously he hinted at another new game for PlayStation. It
was the espionage, wasn't it?
Yeah,
the military espionage one.
I think he teased this like a while back. I think he was in a studio, like in a whole.
Yeah, he briefly teased
like
it.
a plot, like he's in like a lot of a studio, and it is zoomed out of the whole studio, like the whole studio. So like he's working on that right now, and he announced just like 3 actors as well that's gonna be in it. But yeah, that was kind of the basis of his talk. And one more thing he did mention in that as well was an AR set of glasses probably coming. He's working with Niantic, people that do Pokemon Go, and stuff like that. So they're working doing that, like the glasses maybe.
And he's working on a credit card as well, isn't he?
Credit card, the sake, the drink.
Oh, I'll definitely be trying that.
I looked online. I saw it.
How much is it?
I don't know because I couldn't order it. It was all in Japan, and
what was the name of it? I'll figure this out. So.
I couldn't find it. I looked at Amazon. I couldn't remember sake. Oh, what was it?
Oh, sorry.
I'll find out for you. I'll find out.
Yeah. I'll just see it. I had a quick gander now.
But yeah, because obviously you've got 2 limited bottles of that sake as well. But yeah, that was the gist of that talk as well. Like it was pretty long, but it was mainly like a celebration for him, which he's well deserved of. And then also carrying on with the theme of the Tokyo Game Show, we had Capcom online program. So this was basically a little catch up of what's coming out and what's out now, just to let you know a few things. So it started off with Pragmata. We showed the gameplay, obviously the puzzles before you kill an enemy and stuff like that. So I think they were just weighing heavily on that trailer, just showing the mechanics of the gameplay and stuff like that. I mean, that is going to be playable as well. So everything that's announced at these showcases and stuff like that, they're going to be playable for the public to play. So Pragmata is going to be playable. Then they went on to the Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection. Looked pretty cool. Then also you had Street Fighter 6. And Street Fighter 6 obviously was just talking about the new year, the year 3 pass, what they have coming out now. Talking about Crimson Viper, Sea Viper, who is coming out on the 15th of October. And obviously if you're at the show this weekend, you get to play her early, get to try her out. And there was a new few colours as well for the game with collaborations with Monster Hunter as well. I think Monster Hunter has collaborated with like everyone. Do you know that? Final Fantasy, Street Fighter, like they just collaborate with everyone trying to get their colours and themes into certain games. That's what it is now.
It's just collaborations, isn't it?
Yeah. Also in that show you had Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trilogy. Looked okay. If you played the Phoenix Wright games yourself.
Not really.
Nah,
it's not too fast.
It's not one of my games I played either. Then they showed a little bit more again of Resident Evil Requiem. I feel like we're seeing the same trailers every bloody week with this thing, with this game. But it looked cool because obviously now they're showing it on the Switch 2, which they never shown before. And now when you're at the show this weekend, you get to play it on the Switch 2 as well. So at the booth there, you get to play on Switch 2, which is pretty cool. People get their hands on. Also, a new trailer for Onimusha, Way of the Sword.
Yeah, that looked pretty
cool. That
looked
nice.
Still looks, I told you, it's sick.
That looks so nice.
Onimusha looks good.
It's crazy. And also the Onimusha 1 and 2, they're on sale right now. With that sale, if you got anyone that's on Xbox right now, they have a Tokyo Game Show sale section right now going on. 1 and 2 are in there. I've seen it.
I already own them. So
I know you own it.
It didn't benefit me,
but yeah, anyone that's on the Xbox right now, go head over to the store. You can get some good games there on sale right now. And then they showed more Monster Hunter Wilds and Monster Hunter Stories free. So yeah, there's just a lot going on in that little Capcom thing. But it was alright. It was alright just a little information of what's going on right now with them games and stuff and what's coming out later on.
I found it, by the way.
I know you find it.
I found it. I know how much. There's 2 bottles.
Yeah, it's 2 bottles. The black one and
the black one, and then the bespoke one.
Yeah, the big one, the Big Daddy.
They're not that badly priced though. 20 quid for the normal bottle.
Okay,
It's
that's the black one.
Approximately. Yeah, yes, black one. The signature one that also has the artist signature on it is 110. I don't think they're badly priced.
I mean, he did say that you want to snatch them up now because they are collectibles.
They're already on sale. They went on sale on the 23rd. They're probably gone.
Yeah.
I just clicked on the website thing. It's the Japanese
That's what
website.
I'm saying. He did say at that time, he said, if you don't snap them up now,
they're gone. They're probably already gone. They're nice bottles though.
Yeah.
The bottles are gorgeous.
I want the black one. The black one.
I want both.
Look good. And then now, on to my last bit of news, which is PlayStation had a massive state of play.
It was pretty good.
It happened on Wednesday, 24th. It was, very, very good. Very, very good showcase. So basically, they started off with Saros. And you text me straight away. I need this game.
Yes, I did.
I need this game. Saros, for anyone that doesn't know, is basically the next game from the studio Housemarque that made Returnal. Returnal was a fantastic game as well. I'm not sure if you did play Returnal.
I've got it on my list of exclusives
Things to catch up with.
Yeah.
I played a chunk of it. I didn't really finish it, so I need to get back onto that. There's just so many games like I need to go back and finish.
Well, my PlayStation barely gets touched.
But for Saros, you think you might dust it off.
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah, dust it off for Saros. But Saros is they showed it earlier this year, and obviously with the state of play the other day, they extended the gameplay. Now they're showing you gameplay of it because they never showed you gameplay before. They showed you this little teaser trailer. So now we're getting gameplay on the movements, the mechanics of the game. It
looks like Returnal.
Yeah, it does. Obviously with the bullets and everything flying, like even there's the movement of a Saros. Well, yeah, is that his name? Is that the person's name? But I know it's Raul Cooley. That's the guy who's playing him.
I have to double check. I was a bit amazed by the trailer, to be honest.
But the trailer's good. Like, it was very fun. Can't wait to get our hands on that. Then we went on to a game called Zero Padres. It's a little indie game. It looked like almost. It wasn't looking too great. And then Xbox made an appearance. Flight Simulator. Wait. Flight Sim's going on there. 8th of December, that's hitting the PlayStation 5. Also VR support as well on the way as well, they said as well.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Then after that, our game, Battlefield 6 campaign trailer came out. I was going crazy.
Cooked.
I was going crazy when I saw that trailer. I knew it was Zaki straight away. As soon as it hit, I was like, here we are. I'm here for it. And then they, like I said, it's coming out soon. 10th of October. It's almost around the corner. We've got a couple weeks. Then from there, we went to a classic. Deus Ex Remastered. I know you said you liked Deus Ex.
Yeah, that's really cool. I never
played them.
I've played the original. I played the original on PS2.
Okay.
I think.
No, it looked good. They look good. Like, also the remaster.
It's a very if you play it now, it's very old school RPG. Like, it is old school, but it looked cool. I like the work that they've done to it.
Yeah,
so.
That's coming out on the 5th of Feb, 2026. Halloween game. Halloween game there, 8th of September. Same thing. Michael Myers, you get to be him or be the survivors running around trying to escape the town. Then you got 7 Deadly Sins out in 20th of Jan 2026. Was okay. Sonic Racing announced the Mega Man DLC and stuff. Proto Man as well. Noir 3. Yeah. 6th of Feb as well. Quite a good trailer for that. Dynasty Warriors Remastered. You played one. Cool. I think you played them all on that one. That's, that's on 19th of March. Code Vein 2, 30th of Jan. We had Final Fantasy Tactics, Let It Die Inferno, Chronoscript, The Endless End, Crimson had another Crimson game, looked okay. Pulse had the Pulse speakers announced new hardware. They look quite decent. I won't be probably getting a review up. Also, you had The Last of Us Day on the 26th, which is happening. And obviously, they're putting Last of Us 2 in the collection for you guys to play as well. Gran Turismo 7, new spec update there. So new tracks, new cars. Hit a milestone, 100 million units sold as well, which is pretty cool. We also had a crazy little God of War controller just pop up out of nowhere. It looks like Kratos. That was pretty random, obviously, for the 20th anniversary, I guess, of God of War. And then the big boy at the end, Wolverine. It was teased. Everyone knew it was kind of coming. They speculated it was coming in this. But yeah, it looked absolutely insane. Like the movement, the gameplay, everything.
I reckon we can deep dive it next week, actually.
Yeah, I'll probably talk about it a bit more next week, 100%. Yeah. But yeah, that was a state of play for this week that just happened. But yeah, next week there's going to be a lot more gaming stuff as well to talk about, to be honest with you.
We haven't got time to fit it all in. That's why I've got to do it next week. But,
we'll probably talk a bit more about this a bit more next week in depth a little bit more. And so
cool.
Yeah, so
that's it.
So make sure you catch us every week on our socials. Starline Forge, I'm on Gaming Party Pro. We stream every week, every Thursday on Twitch. Pixel Forge Podcast on Twitch. And we'll catch you in the next video, guys.
See you later.